Traditional leadership in modern Africa, the case of Ghana's chieftaincy system. Across the African continent, the interplay between tradition and democracy creates an evolving narrative of governance, identity, and progress. Among all these stories, Ghana's chieftaincy system emerges as a compelling case study, a dynamic blend of ancient customs and modern governance that shapes the daily lives of millions. This video explores the enduring significance of Ghana's traditional leadership, its collaborative potential with democratic systems, and the challenges it faces in balancing the past and present. Through this exploration, we reflect on the broader implications of merging tradition and modernity for governance systems across the globe. To fully understand the modern role of Ghana's chieftaincy, it is crucial to first explore its historical roots. The institution of chieftaincy predates the colonial era and has long been central to Ghanaian society. Chiefs traditionally held authority over their communities, acting as custodians of land, protectors of customs, and spiritual leaders. They were responsible for organizing communal systems, resolving disputes, and maintaining order based on customary laws that reflected deeply rooted cultural values. Today, the Constitution of Ghana formally recognizes the chieftaincy system, emphasizing its importance in maintaining the nation's heritage. This legal acknowledgement provides chiefs a unique position in contemporary governance, ensuring their relevance in spite of sweeping political changes over the years. In today's Ghana, chiefs remain indispensable to the social fabric, serving as mediators, cultural custodians, and development facilitators. For example, in rural communities where formal judicial systems might be less accessible, chiefs act as primary dispute arbitrators. Their intimate understanding of local customs and community dynamics allows them to resolve conflicts in a way that feels fair and relatable to all parties involved. This contributes to social harmony, reducing the strain on modern judicial systems. In addition, chiefs play a crucial role in preserving Ghana's rich cultural heritage. Through festivals, ceremonies, and oral traditions, they maintain the cultural identity of their people, ensuring future generations understand and respect their roots. Beyond cultural preservation, chiefs also influence development projects in their communities. As trusted representatives of their constituencies, they often facilitate communication between local populations and governmental or non-governmental organizations. Chiefs can mobilize community participation in projects like schools, health clinics, and infrastructure improvements, ensuring that development efforts are rooted in the genuine needs of their people. The chieftaincy system interfaces with local governance in several important ways. Chiefs often act as intermediaries between their communities and local government authorities, bridging gaps in communication. This collaboration is particularly significant in rural areas where the presence of state institutions may be limited. Chiefs possess a level of cultural influence that helps mobilize community members for social programs, such as vaccination campaigns, environmental conservation efforts, and literacy programs. Their ability to encourage cooperation and participation makes them valuable allies in achieving developmental goals. Through local governance partnerships, traditional leaders also help maintain accountability by providing oversight for projects implemented in their jurisdictions. This ensures that public resources are utilized effectively and in accordance with local priorities. Ghana's governance model exemplifies how traditional and modern systems can collaborate. Although Ghana is a democratic state with elected officials, the chieftaincy system complements modern institutions in unique and tangible ways. For instance, while elected representatives provide legislative authority, chiefs bring cultural legitimacy to governance efforts. This blend fosters trust and strengthens ties between the government and its citizens. Areas of successful synergy include community engagement, peace building, and resource management. Chiefs often serve as stabilizing forces during periods of conflict or political unrest, mediating disputes that could otherwise escalate. When these efforts align with the work of government institutions, they contribute to a unified approach to societal progress. Despite its strengths, Ghana's chieftaincy system faces significant challenges, particularly as it adapts to modern democratic norms. The primary tension lies in the contradiction between inherited authority and the democratic principle of elected leadership. Chiefs assume their positions based on lineage and tradition, which may appear at odds with inclusive democratic ideals. One recurring issue is land disputes. In Ghana, as in many African countries, land ownership is intricately tied to traditional authorities. Land disputes between chiefs, communities, and state institutions frequently arise, creating confusion and delaying development projects. Another challenge relates to evolving societal values, particularly regarding gender equality and youth representation. Historically, chieftaincy positions have largely been held by older men, leaving women and younger generations with minimal representation. Reconciling these disparities with contemporary calls for inclusivity presents a pressing challenge for Ghana's traditional leadership. Finally, questions over accountability and transparency also emerge. While chiefs hold substantial power, the mechanisms for checking that power are limited compared to the robust systems applied to elected officials. For Ghana to continue thriving as a multicultural democracy, it must navigate the delicate balance between tradition and modernity. Aligning customary laws with state policies can help address some of the challenges outlined earlier. For instance, local governance frameworks could incorporate gender-inclusive approaches, allowing both men and women to participate more fully in traditional leadership councils. Successful collaborations also require chiefs to modernize certain operational aspects of their roles. Introducing accountability measures, such as community monitoring or public reporting, could foster greater transparency and trust. Chiefs must also engage younger generations, ensuring that traditional systems evolve to remain relevant in a changing world. Examples of compromise already exist. In some regions, chiefs and local authorities have worked together to create land registration systems that reduce disputes while maintaining cultural protocols. Equally, chiefs engaged in development projects have embraced participatory methods, inviting community members to shape decisions collectively. These examples point to a future where tradition and modernity can coexist harmoniously. Illustrating the role of chiefs through specific examples brings their impact into sharper focus. Chiefs in Ghana have frequently mediated disputes where the state judiciary system might otherwise be slow or inaccessible. Through arbitration based on customary laws, they swiftly resolve conflicts over land, marriage, or family inheritance, earning respect from their communities. Traditional festivals, such as the Abouakir Festival of the Efutu people, preserve Ghana's cultural identity while generating economic benefits through tourism. Chiefs play central roles in organizing these events, fostering pride among their people, and drawing visitors from across the globe. Additionally, chiefs regularly partner with development organizations to bridge cultural divides. Whether mobilizing communities for education campaigns or hosting humanitarian efforts, their involvement ensures that development work is both culturally sensitive and widely accepted. The case of Ghana offers profound lessons for other nations navigating the interaction between traditional and modern governance systems. Countries like Nigeria and South Africa, which also have prominent traditional leadership systems, face similar tensions and opportunities. Learning from Ghana's experiences can inform regional discussions on how to maintain tradition without obstructing progress. Globally, Ghana's model challenges assumptions about the incompatibility of tradition and democracy. It demonstrates how governance systems can innovate to reflect the realities of diverse societies. International institutions that engage in development initiatives would do well to consider the insights of traditional authorities, ensuring their inclusion in policy formulation and implementation. Beyond Africa, nations grappling with integrating indigenous governance structures, whether among First Nations in the Americas or tribal communities in Asia, can draw inspiration from Ghana's approach. The dialogue initiated through this case study encourages reflection on how inclusive systems can enrich governance rather than divide it. Ghana's chieftaincy system is more than just a relic of the past. It is an active and essential part of the country's cultural and political identity. By resolving disputes, promoting cultural heritage, and facilitating development, chiefs reinforce social cohesion while contributing to the nation's progress. However, like all systems, it must evolve to meet contemporary challenges, fostering accountability, inclusivity, and collaboration with democratic institutions. As the world grows increasingly interconnected, the Ghanaian example provides a blueprint for harmonizing tradition and modernity. Each society, with its own unique context, must determine the role of its traditional systems in shaping a just and equitable future. This conversation is not limited to Africa. It is a global discussion about how the voices of tradition can serve as guides in an ever-changing world.